Hello friends, welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. I am your host, Sarah Keller, and I am coming to you live from my shop, Not Another Hat, located in beautiful Hood River, Oregon. I know that most of you already know this, but it never hurts to introduce myself to anyone that might be here for the first time. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tuesday. My heart is racing because just seconds before hitting go live, this was at my feet and I bumped it with my foot and it did that thing where it like swirled around on its own edge, and I just felt like it was in slow motion and that for sure the whole thing was going to go down, and I was able to reach down and grab it. Woo! Nothing like kicking off the chat with some excitement. Welcome. I hope you had a lovely week since we last were together. What did I do last week? I worked. I did a lot of scrolling on social media, as I'm sure many of you are. We are in some, yes, the world is spinning. I just saw Heidi's comment. The world is spinning. And I've had a Twitter account forever, but I never used it to the point that I actually took it off my phone. But I have found that for obtaining good information regarding what's happening in our world, that seems to be easier. Like Facebook is not the place, and you get news, I like to subscribe to certain news outlets, etc., but sometimes that's not as fast as you might like. And so I've become a Twitter user this week. So anyway, it's rough. It's really hard. I've been trying to brainstorm a way that we can help. And I know that Heidi shared, a list, I'm pretty sure it was you, Heidi, of Ukrainian knit designers that you could peruse and support them by purchasing their patterns. And there's not a lot, like we can't get things into Ukraine right now, but you could support them by buying things that they've produced that are digital, because that's just an easy transaction. It's accomplished via like Ravelry if you're using Ravelry or other facilitating services, and then potentially you're getting money to them, as soon as they could access it. So that's a really, really great way to support some of our fellow knitters who are going through the worst thing any one of us could imagine. I mean, we are so far removed here in the U.S. Of mass conflict like this on our own territory, and so that is, they need our help. And so I'm still brainstorming another way that we could also come together to do something to be helpful, but I want to make sure it's the right thing and that it's via the right channels. So stay tuned. We'll see what we can come up with. So in the meantime, we'll just keep talking about yarn, and with the caveat that our hearts are all with everybody in Ukraine and with Ukrainian family members. So Christy, there is a lot of talk about that no items should be donated because it's impossible to get them to the people that might need them. So I don't think any items right now are going to be helpful. Money is really just what's helpful, money to survive. So there's a really great, the World Central Kitchen is doing amazing work over there trying to feed refugees. So yeah. So that's one really great place to donate money. Julia just mentioned I should be wearing my Route 1. And I thought about that, Julia. It is the perfect colors. It's the colors of the Ukrainian flag. But it's not available yet, and it's a Good Vibes property. So maybe once it's available, Good Vibes could do something. That's one of the things I thought about, that we could, when that pattern becomes available later this month, we could work on an endeavor that would support something in Ukraine with the sale of our ebook from that tour. So that's a possibility. Yes. All right. Well, so I have a few things to show you today, but let me take another sip of coffee. Okay. Whew. I'm having a hard time getting charged up. Heidi, thank you for sharing that link again. My coffee got plugged. There we go. Heidi just popped that link back in the comment section that she shared also on the Unraveled page. It's Black Bunny Fibers website, and they are the ones that have made this list of Ukrainian designers. And yes, if you're local, our local restaurant Solstice, which is a fabulous place, they are also organizing a fundraiser for the World Central Kitchen. So if you're around, stay tuned to Solstice's social media. So that you can pay attention for whenever that fundraiser kicks off. Okay, here's the coffee drink. Let's get rolling. I'm moving this well out of foot range, but watch, once this video is over, I'm going to forget I set it down there. I'm going to get up, I'm going to hang a left, and I'm going to knock it over again, I'm sure. Okay, speaking of other important things, this is the latest HERstory colorway from Knitted Wit. I know a lot of you are familiar with HERstory. This is her monthly limited edition sock club where she features somebody amazing. This year, it's all about authors, and this one is fantastic. This author is the recently departed Bell Hooks, and she has a really large scope of work. She was a feminist author. She talked a lot about class, feminism and racism all coming together. She was very much addressing the intersectionality of oppression. And this colorway is in honor of her home territory in Appalachia. So this colorway is called L.O.V.E. because the overarching theme of Bell Hooks' work was love. And she just passed away this past December. So do check out Bell Hooks. We just have 3 of these left. All of you that subscribe to this, don't worry, yours are in the post as I speak. So if you are interested in grabbing one of these limited edition Bell Hooks colorways, there's just 3 left. So do not delay. Really, really beautiful color let me hold it up closer so you can really see all of the depth of color in there. Isn't that blue-green right there? It's very lovely. Very lovely. Nice job, Laura Jean. Oh, here's my glasses. I couldn't find them before we started. That's because I had buried them in yarn next to me. Okay, other quick tidbit. For those of you who've been watching, we just got restocked on the Knitter's Relief Balm CBD version. So this stuff is magic, I'm telling you. So we've got the 2 ounce, I think it's $60, and the 1 ounce is $36. So both of these back in stock now. So we were out of this, and I think down to 1 of these. So this stuff is fantastic if you have hand pain, any pain really. I sometimes have used it just smearing it on my forehead in the midst of a migraine, and it gives me relief. It absolutely does. It doesn't last the whole time, but I can just reapply. But it gives me a good half hour of relief on my head. So back in stock there, Knitter's Relief Balm. Okay, before I talk about the shawl that I'm wearing, I want to give you a quick update because yesterday I took a bit of a mental health day. Campbell had come home for the weekend and she stayed through yesterday morning, so she was leaving and it was pouring down rain, like downpour rain and gray, and the news and just everything. And I've got a couple of things I'm fighting right now, like a large display fixtures order I made that appears like the company has like taken my money and run. And all of it came together and I couldn't go to work. So instead I sat and I kind of knitted all day. I mean, basically from 1 o'clock on, I knitted. And I'm not going to apologize for it. So look, I made a lot of progress. This is Ovaline, not to be confused with Ovaltine. And this is my right sleeve here. I've made it past the neck. This is that one that the upper part is going from side to side. And I am 11 rows away from the ribbing on my left sleeve. I tried it on this morning. It's going to be perfect. So I'm so stoked to be almost done with this garter stitch portion, because then I will pick up around here. Hi! I'll pick up around the bottom and the rest of it goes down from here. So I just wanted to show you guys. Look, I'm making so much progress. So Ovaline coming along. So yeah, don't spill the Ovaltine while knitting Ovaline. All right, let's talk about the sweater that the shawl that I'm wearing. This one, the title of it is still timely. So this is a design that Melanie Berg created back in 2020 when we were all still kind of shut down, and it's called it's called Together Apart. And I was gonna say Better Together, which is also a true thing. It's just not the name of the shawl. So this is called Together Apart, and it, basically means that even if we're all apart, we can still be together as a community and in our support for things that we share and care about. And I think that it's still 100% valid right now. I mean, even with everything we're going through, we can be apart but still together. So let me hold it up a little bit. It's this beautiful, beautiful Madelinetosh shawl. This is Merino Light, and this sample was knit for us by Becca, the extremely talented Becca. And it's got these lace panels and just a couple little contrast color stripes in with it that you do with a unicorn tail. So how beautiful is that? It is absolutely gorgeous. So this takes two full skeins of the Merino Light and one coordinating unicorn tail. So I put together some combos to show you guys because I think it feels like spring is coming. And hopefully that's, metaphorically too for Ukraine. But we've got some really good colorways. This would be a really good transitional shawl, or if you live in the Pacific Northwest, all summer shawl where, it can be cool at any given time. So I've got a few options that I want to show you. So one of them is Moonstone, which is just the most lovely, like lavender lilac color. And then I just think it looks really pretty with a natural unicorn tail. So my lights just went off. Yay for energy efficiency! Except just maybe not when I'm in the middle of a live video. So there's good thing I'm right by the window. Moonstone and natural. I think that's a really gorgeous option. And then I really love this one. This is Texas Tulips. Where's my name? Yeah, Texas Tulips. So kind of lovely and pastel. And I think it looks really good with a Coquette Du, the bright pink. You can hold it back here a little bit. These lighter, there we go. These lighter colors, they kind of like flood out with the light. So there you get a good picture of the color. And then doesn't that look really good with the Coquette Du bright pink unicorn tail? So that's another one. Love this one. Hold on, my tag's coming off here. This is Sunday Drive. Look at the color in that. So good. And then I think it looks really good with Medieval. Kind of a purpley pink as your accent. Isn't that really nice? So that's Sunday Drive and Medieval. So I'm going to hold the shawl up one more time so you can remember. So it's just these really subtle stripes in your accent. And then otherwise it's garter and then some lace. Okay, and then last but not least, and we have a ton of all of that yarn. So there's many combos you could put together on your own. These are just some fun ones that I thought I'd bring over. This color is called Red, and I think it looks good with two different unicorn tails. This is Glazed Pecan, which picks up those flecks in there. I think it would look gorgeous with that. But also, I think it looks really good with Deep, which is a dark blue. So, there's a few options for you. I love this shawl. Oh, actually, I was going to tell you what needle it's on, and I forgot to look ahead of time. On a 4, but it's 5 stitches to the inch and garter stitch, so it's not like you're slogging through little stitches on a 4. So I imagine some of you would probably achieve that gauge on something closer to a 6 or a 5. I probably would, but anyway, lovely, lovely shawl. If you're hankering a little something, transitional project, bridging the gap between winter and spring, etc. Yes. Yes, I was supposed to be at Stitches. Sharon says she'll squish this yarn at Stitches. I was going to be going to Stitches and sharing a booth with Marie and Heidi, and everything just kind of came together for that not to pan out for me. They're still going to be there, so be sure if you're going to Stitches to go say hi to Marie and Heidi. And then, of course, our friends, Laura Jean and Shannon, Knitted Wit and Shannon Squire Designs, they're going to be there. And also Jam PDX, Megan and Jen, all of our dear, dear friends. So I will miss getting to romp around and play with them, but that's okay because things here are a little topsy-turvy. And oh, if I just put my hand here and block the bright light from the window, I don't do that. It's very fickle. Yeah, have a great time checking them out, Sharon. Okay, that's all I got for you guys today. Next week will be fun. I've got something really brand new to show you. So I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you tune in next week. And that's it for everybody. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead and that it's full of yarn goodness. And I will see you back here next Tuesday at 12 noon Pacific. Toodaloo!